Howdy, hey, it's TUTV Thursday. I'm Brett.
I'm Jenna.
And welcome back to the show. Episode 2.
Of the decade.
2020.
2020.
Perfect vision, even though I can't quite see you guys.
I, like Lily, cannot see, so not 2020 vision.
So, what happened this week? What happened today?
Let's see, it's cold outside. It's a little rainy. It
cold.
feels like winter.
Rainy, wet. It's like I never left Ireland, did I?
No.
Oh.
We transported him here.
Top of the morning.
His body is in Ireland, but his presence is here.
That's going to make testing hard.
Probably.
But that's like 2 months away, so relax.
We'll relax.
How are your classes going, by the way?
Pretty chill. A lot of reading. I'm a history major, so always a lot of reading. Yeah.
Do you ever not read?
Often.
You're not alone out there.
I pretend that I do.
Also, I'm not Jack.
And
You're gracious enough to let us try out hosting, so really appreciate it, guys. Jack's behind the camera right now. He's a great guy. Really appreciate him. We've got some good segments today.
Yeah.
Got a really cool interview coming up with Nimrod, and
got some interesting news stories.
We have some crazy news stories.
Yeah, some involving planes and Sundance, and that's all I'm going to say.
Planes, trains, and whole grains.
Apparently.
So we'll see you guys later in the interview at the end of the show. I think it's on to news now. See you guys later. You didn't give me the ear.
Hi, I'm Christina.
And I'm JoJo, and let's get right into the news.
The National Archives and Records Administration apologized recently for the doctoring of a photo from the 2017 Women's March. The photo contained many marchers' signs criticizing Donald Trump, of which at least 4 were blurred out. The National Archives stood by their decision at first, but as the 4th Women's March convened last Saturday, an apology replaced the controversial exhibit.
Last Friday marked the opening of the University of Tulsa Esports and Gaming Lounge, located directly across the Pat Case Dining Center. The new facility has 20 gaming computers, Nintendo Switches, and more than 50 board games for students to enjoy. Programs like Minecraft and Super Smash Bros. Tournaments will start later in the spring.
Oklahoman Governor Kevin Stitt has asked a federal court to shut down Class 3 casino gaming in Oklahoma on Wednesday. The request was prompted when the Chickasaw, Cherokee, and Choctaw filed a federal lawsuit against the state of Oklahoma, which has asked for new regulations on the electronic gambling machines that increase revenues for the state. According to Stitt, the reasoning for the request is to, quote, enhance opportunities for Oklahoma's tribes to fairly compete for business, end quote. The 3 Oklahoman tribes have denied Stitt's previous request for casino gaming limitations.
A portion of the Phoenix, Arizona airport, Sky Harbor, was evacuated Friday after a woman a false terrorism report. Police say they were called after the woman traveling from Phoenix to Salt Lake City claimed she had a bomb in her luggage when American Airlines staff told her it would have to be on a separate flight. No explosive device was found, and the woman was arrested for suspicion of false emergency reporting and making a false terrorism report.
Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam declared a virus emergency last Saturday amidst the spreading of a new coronavirus. According to trips between Hong Kong and Wuhan will be halted, and schools currently on Lunar New Year holidays will remain closed until mid-February. Hong Kong's health authorities have confirmed 5 coronavirus cases, all linked to Wuhan, with 122 people suspected of having the disease in the city. Airlines across the world have issued new restrictions on arrivals from Wuhan, as the virus has touched several countries, including the U.S.
Researchers in Berlin claim to have mimicked the voice of a 3,000-year-old Egyptian mummy by recreating much of its vocal tract using medical scanners. The eerie tone, described as sounding somewhere between the vowels bed and bad, isn't an accurate indicator of the priest's voice, but co-author John Schofield believes that it could be used to help people interpret historical heritage, saying, quote, "When visitors encounter the past, it is usually a visual encounter. With this voice, we can change that and make the encounter more multidimensional," end quote. This Past project believed this could lead to new interactive technologies for museums in the future. So, I really got to ask you about the story with the bomb threat. So, if you were in that position where you didn't get to have your bag, would a bomb threat be the first place you would decide to go, or?
You know, maybe not the first, maybe like the second or third. I would probably just talk to TSA agent or just deal with it until I got there, knowing my bag would arrive eventually. What would you do?
I mean, I probably wouldn't really complain much. I would very much like to get a little insight into this person's head on just like why exactly your first thought was, let's make a bomb threat.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe we'll find out someday, but I think that's all the time we have for this week. I'm Christina.
And I'm JoJo.
See you next week.
Hello again, guys. Brett here again, and I'm with Miss Eilish O'Neill, Editor-in-Chief of Nimrod Literary Journal, here for a quick interview. Miss O'Neill, for people that don't know, what is Nimrod?
Nimrod is TU's literary magazine. We were actually started in 1956 as a graduate student publication. Grad students in the English department wanted to have a literary magazine, and so they started one. But since then, we've grown into a national literary journal and actually an international literary journal. We accept all around the country and actually all around the world.
So has that growth maybe come from the type of work that you're getting submitted and trying to promote from not only student authors, but now this wider audience that you take from?
Exactly, yeah. We are really proud of the authors that we publish today. We publish a big range of diverse authors, but we also publish authors who are new writers, people who haven't published before. And I think it's that combination that really makes Nimrod special.
So you said new writers can submit, but like watching, who can submit to Nimrod?
Anyone can submit to Nimrod. Like I said, we take submissions from all around the country, but we also take submissions from here at TU. One of the categories that we accept submissions for is our prize for new writers. We accept general submissions most of the year for fiction, poetry, short creative nonfiction. But we also have a prize called the Francine Ringgold Awards for New Writers. And these are if you've published more than 2 pieces in the genre you're submitting in. So it's for people who, you know, haven't published lots of books, haven't published in lots of journals,
right,
competing against other people who are kind of at that same level of their career. And that's one of the really cool opportunities I think that's great for TU students. Because like I said, it kind of levels the playing field. And there are big prizes, $500 in fiction and poetry each year, and you get published in Nimrod, so.
No, like as a student writer myself, creative writing minor, I love that these kind of opportunities exist for us. But with so much coming in as editor-in-chief, like what does that look like for your job?
It means a lot of reading. Being editor-in-chief, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I set the sort of tone for Nimrod, pick out the themes for our spring issues. I invite writers to our events, like our conference for readers and writers each October. I also am the final call on selecting material for Nimrod. So get to accept them, and that's the really fun part.
So you said managing of events and scheduling of things. Does Nimrod have anything going on this semester that people may want to know about and get involved with?
We do. The first opportunity we have is that we are hosting a flash fiction contest with Tulsa People magazine. For those who don't know, flash fiction is really short fiction. In this case, 500 words or less, which is about a page and a half, something like that. And the winner is going to get $150 and be published in Tulsa People magazine, but it's only open to people who live in Tulsa. So smaller pool of competitors. We definitely encourage TU students, whether or not they've written flash before, to enter, because it's something that has a lot of spontaneity as a form.
Yeah.
So even people who haven't done it before can try it out and send it in. Submissions are free. It's a really good opportunity. And then on February 21st and 22nd, with the Tulsa City County Library and one of the other academic publications at TU, which is Tulsa Studies in Women's Lit. And I'm really personally excited about this event because I love to read YA, even as an adult. And we have some wonderful guests coming. Justina Ireland, Cindy Pon, Allie Carter, just to name a few. They're going to writing workshops. They're going to have panel discussions about YA and what's cool about it, why it's important. We're going to have scholars of young adult literature talk about the books that we're all reading. We're even going to have game time. It's totally free and open to the public. You do need to pre-register if you go to the library's website, but we encourage anyone who wants to write YA themselves or who just likes to read it to come join us on February 21st and 22nd.
So just really quickly for people that are interested, where can they submit to Nimrod, and what was that library website one more time?
Oh, you're going to ask me that. Just Google Tulsa City. You'll find the library's website, and to submit to Nimrod, you can go to the Nimrod website, which is part of TU's website, and get all the information there.
And really quick before we wrap, I have to know why the name Nimrod?
Nimrod, it was actually named by the graduate students who started the publication, and Nimrod is a hunter in the book of Genesis. He also appears in a poem by Alexander Pope saying that he was a mighty hunter and his prey was man. They thought that the was hunting for the human experience and for truths like that, so that's why we have that name.
You guys heard it here first. Go hunt your literary opportunities with Nimrod Lit. Thanks, guys.
Sports.
Welcome back to TUTV Sports. I'm Harry Lebowski.
And I'm Ryan Bennett.
Let's get into your sports news for the week.
Basketball and cultural icon Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter accident on Sunday afternoon. Bryant had been in the news just one day before as LeBron James surpassed him in career points scored in the NBA on Saturday. Sports stars from all different sports, along with millions of others, have been in mourning since it happened. Mr. Bryant's daughter, Gianna, along with 7 others, were also killed in the accident. Since retiring from professional basketball, the 5-time NBA champion had explored the world of business and philanthropy.
Tulsa had a miraculous game against the powerful Memphis Tigers last Wednesday. Your Golden Hurricane emerged victorious with a final score of 80-40, which left them at a 4-game win streak, which they extended to 5 games later in the week against UConn. The 40-point victory is, quote, the largest ever for Tulsa against a ranked opponent, end quote, according to the Associated Press. The win took Tulsa to a 5-1 conference record that has now been extended to 6-1 after the UConn game, good to tie for first in the American Athletic Conference.
The terrific Tulsa League. The women's team has seen strong play from doubles partners Martina Okalova and Vera Ploner, who reached a 6-match win streak this past week against the Durham Regional Championships. Meanwhile, the men's team has seen a strong start to the season after suffering their only loss of the year thus far this past Sunday against an elite Ohio State squad. Your Tulsa men hold a respectable 5-1 record.
The Australian Open's men's and women tournaments are in full swing. On the women's side, Fifko Goff was stopped in her tracks in a close match against her fellow American, Sophia Kenin. After Goff emerged victorious against last year's Australian Open winner, Naomi Osaka, many were excited for Goff to blaze through to the final. However, strong play from Kenin allowed her to escape with the victory against tennis's up-and-coming superstar.
The fallout continues from the Houston Astros cheating scandal that was revealed officially to the public earlier this year. Similar controversies involving the Boston Red Sox since 2017 and other teams dating back through history all involved teams figuring out which kind of pitch the opposing pitcher was about to throw and then using various techniques to communicate this to the batter. The difference with the Astros was that they had placed a camera at center field before the game, a technique that those in the league have unanimously considered cheating. The effect this scandal will have on the Astros and the MLB will continue to be revealed as time goes on.
Zion Williamson, the most hyped rookie that the NBA has seen, made his NBA debut on Wednesday the 22nd. Mr. Williamson started the game slow with only 5 points through the first 3 quarters of play. Then, in the fourth quarter, he broke out, scoring 17 in a row for his New Orleans Pelicans. Zion has been at the center of a larger controversy on longevity in sports and the long-term health sacrifices of pro athletes, as some believe that his weight and play style will inevitably lead to injuries that will cut his career short. So, Ryan, it's great to have you here. Do you like watching sports?
No.
No? You don't watch football or anything?
No.
You don't watch basketball?
Nope.
Maybe baseball?
No, not a fan of baseball.
Do you watch any sports?
No sports.
Well, it's kind of all I know how to talk about, so Well, that's all the time we have. See you next week.
Hi, welcome back to Entertainment News. I'm Isabella Wright.
And I'm Benji. Let's get into our entertainment news for the day. Last Sunday was the biggest night in music, the Grammy Awards. Pop star Billie Eilish took home the big win of the night, sweeping up the Grammys' top 4 awards. Eilish took home wins in the big 4 categories: Star, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and Best New Artist, as well as the award for Best Pop Vocal Album. Eilish, who is only 18, has now made history as the youngest person to be nominated for and win in the Grammys' Big 4 categories. With this success so early in Billie Eilish's career, anticipation is high for what comes next.
Singer Lana Del Rey, who is best known for her old Hollywood glamour, shook up the carpet in a stunning silver dress from her local mall. In an interview, Del Rey said that, quote, "My boyfriend and I were getting a belt for him at the mall, and I saw this and I loved it," end quote. Fans were ecstatic and instantly took to social media to express their love for Lana Del Rey being relatable. Many were able to find the dress available at Dillard's and on sale. The dress is now reportedly sold out.
Nick Jonas, member of the musical trio the Jonas Brothers, stood out during the brothers' performance at the Grammys, but not just for his talent. Fans put their hawk eyes to good use and spotted that someone forgot to tell Nick Jonas he had something in his teeth. While performing their latest single, What a Man Gotta Do, Jonas can be seen saving a little piece of his salad in his teeth. Jonas took to Twitter afterwards to state, quote, "At least you all know I eat my greens," end quote.
Tulsa's own Cain's Ballroom has been named as one of America's best live article. Released last week, the article ranked the 12 best music venues ranging from Carnegie Hall in New York City to the Red Rocks Amphitheater outside of Denver, Colorado. The historic Cain's Ballroom made number 4 on the list. Cain's opened nearly 100 years ago in 1924 and remains one of Tulsa's most popular venues. Check out Cain's Ballroom for your next concert.
If last week's coffee shop wasn't your cup of tea, here's a new one. Tulsa District is the home of a newly opened cafe, Black Wall Street Liquid Lounge. Located in the heart of Greenwood, this cafe features your favorite coffee shop drinks, but with a Greenwood twist. Next time you're out exploring Tulsa, consider checking out Black Wall Street Liquid Lounge. Here's a little secret. Students get 20% off with a student ID. So it was a big night for TUTV. With the Grammys going on, you might not know, but TUTV has our own version of the Grammys, the Nomies. And me and Isabella here were 2 very lucky winners. Isabella, what was yours for?
Mine was actually the award for exceptionally adequate entertainment news anchor, which is pretty cool, I guess. But Benji, I want to hear more about your award.
Well, yeah, mine was for being really cool and I actually stole it. I didn't actually win.
Benji, you know TUTV doesn't promote crime. Well, maybe we should return that gnome and then we can have joint custody of mine. How does that make you feel?
You do that for me?
Yeah, of course. Well, that's it. Thank you for coming.
See you next week.
So
What are those kids up to now?
I don't know.
I was just sitting here reading my book. Those Zoomers and their shenanigans.
Zoomers?
I'm really old.
But okay. I think that's what your Nomi should be, like world's oldest host.
World's probably.
Mm-hmm. What should mine be? So, have you read anything good since we've...
In this?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Here, a little bit. The tin trim outside my hotel window rattles with the rain, with the syncopated dripping from floors above, the deserted pool below. That sounds like my career with Christina.
Okay. Book, please.
Okay.
Book, please. I think it's time for us to get ready to go home. So I think we're going to wrap it on up.
Is it dinner time already?
I'm 96% sure.
Oh, must be hungry.
On the stove.
But thanks for tuning in. We always
yeah.
like seeing you guys.
It's kind of cool being a host.
I like it. I miss Jack. He's right there, but I like it.
I mean, I miss Lily more.
You know who else I like?
Who?
You guys.
Yeah. You know, that's actually the reason why we're here. If it wasn't for you, they wouldn't have given us these jobs.
We wouldn't have a following, like
You broke.
Patreon, all of that. You
Yeah.
know?
We're also
Help.
on-
We're broke college students. Please help.
We're also on Cain Flicks, so check us out there.
True.
And yeah, so we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.